Alright, today we're going to set the scene with this clip from Star Pack. And this shows a rare situation where I ended up getting Pink Robin from an Orca pill. And Pink Robin has one of the most interesting new abilities. It allows you to activate end turn abilities in battle. And so I've found a very low statted Leech here. So we're actually going to try and activate the Sabertooth. However, unfortunately, the Mana Snipe hits the Sabertooth, and so even though I finally got the combo set up right at the very end of the game, it gets disrupted, and we're just going to lose to this big behemoth squad. So, having had that happen, obviously I wasn't going to just keep playing Star Pack over and over to try and find more Pink Robins from Orcas. That's just not realistic. I will probably try and go for that again the next time I randomly get Pink Robin from an Orca. But instead, we can go into customs and try and replicate this without the need to pill Orcas. So we're just going to get Pink Robin as soon as we can, get Leech, and then have the Pink Robin activate the Leech multiple times during battle. Now, this combo is not the best. As many of these Pink Robin teams that I've been making are not the best, but they are extremely fun. And what we're going to do here is just quickly swap the stats with Frog. Pink Robin being a tier 2 does give it the nice advantage of being able to Frog swap just for 2 gold, which, very useful to do that in customs, especially with units like Pink Robin that have terrible starting stats. We should be okay here, I think. It's going to be a tie. That's fine. We need the Pink Robin to be level 2 before it will activate the Leech. So there's a Pink Robin in shop. And then we're going to just do some standard customs things here, taking the puppy and then probably the crow. You can, of course, use the whale with Pink Robin because it's a feint pet to get 2 activations, but I think we don't have space on the team for whale with what I was intending. So we're just going to look for mushroom later on, I think. You can also use Anubis, of course, but all of these units that you take are going to eat into your board space, which you really need in order to try and maximize the effectiveness of the Leech plus Pink Robin combo. So we take the Gelada, we find the Leech, and I'm going to freeze the rice because that's going to let us recover gold once we've activated the Gelada. We play against a Tarako team here. I think we're probably going to lose because of these Mana Snipes. Yep. But that's okay, we did have 5 hearts. We're going to need all the hearts we can save because this combo is so bad. But honestly, I wasn't really too bothered about winning with this particular team. I just wanted to get some fun clips. So we're actually going to play basically the worst possible Elephant Blowfish type team and go for Leech with Blowfish and Pink Robin. So it's going to function very similarly to Elephant Blowfish, just without many activations at all. And so we need the snipes from the Blowfish to count as much as possible. So I'm going to take the level 2 Gelada here. I actually not sure I should have done it in that order. Because the rice was free there, I should have just bought another pet and then let the Gelada buff it. Give us a better chance of surviving the next turn, but I guess sometimes I just focus too much on getting exactly specific equipment or particular pets instead of just taking what's offered. Although luckily here we face this weak Wombat team that was obviously in the process of setting up just like we are. So we're going to buff up the health on the Blowfish as well. Obviously Blowfish is a fairly solid unit anyway. We don't need to level up Leech because the higher damage at higher levels doesn't do us any good whatsoever. And I think just take Sea Lion for now, or maybe I'm just going to buy the pair instead. Okay. I still think Sea Lion is pretty solid despite this stat nerf, but following the theme of just playing the 4 squad and only taking the pets that we absolutely need. There we can see it in action. The Pink Robin feints, activates the Leech, and we get a single snipe from the Blowfish. Now, obviously, you can recreate this with Lamprey, for instance, and you wouldn't even need the Pink Robin. But, I guess this is kind of harkening back to the Obviously series that I did quite a while ago. It feels like these days, every time I go to make a video which has a title like Obviously, you're expecting a combo that is really suboptimal, doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we're at the point now where there are a lot more units that work together well, even though they might not seem like they should initially. So it's harder to come up with these really bad teams that just don't make any sense at all, and yet still are somehow able to muddle through an arena. So it looks like I am actually going to go for Whale in the end. Whale now, of course, does have the huge advantage of not resetting the stats on the unit. So the Pink Robin is going to pop out of the Whale as a 2120, whereas previously it would lose all of those stats. So I guess in that respect, Whale hasn't necessarily been nerfed all that much. But here I think we're going to end up losing. Yeah, they're just a bit too big. But we do still have 4 hearts, so we are in a position where we can potentially optimize this a bit more and have a better chance of winning. I think we need either some damage boosting on the Leech Blowfish combo, or we could do with some ailments. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take the Sea Cucumber here, which I don't think I've used in a video so far. It's a very interesting new ailment which applies Tasty. You can see the fork and knife graphic that they've used for it. It's very amusing to me. That actually scales your own team when you knock the unit out. So we're going to knock out the Axolotl, and we get the +2/2 buff on the Sea Cucumber at the back. And because our snipes are so infrequent and relatively low damage, removing equipment is very important. And we're definitely also going to take the pita bread because, of course, the Leech is still hitting the Blowfish at the end of turn every time. And putting the pita bread on it gives us a big injection of stats in a team that otherwise has very, very minimal scaling. Now here is 50-50 Sleipnir on turn 12. I think we're in trouble here. Yes, the amount of mana on the Sea Serpent gave us no chance there, and of course I'm going to watch them because they had the 50-50 unit so quickly. How was it achieved? Of course it was Monkey, Banana Pill, Emperor Tamarin. Something you used to see very, very frequently, but not so much anymore. So all we're going to do here, I think, is keep rolling for Sea Cucumbers. Of course, we can also take Pita Bread. Yep, I'm going to replace the Kiwano immediately. And yeah, I guess with this setup, we get 1 feint from the Robin and then 1 when it comes out of the Whale. So we could also add Mushroom to the Robin, and that would give us 1 extra snipe. But really, the snipe damage here is doing very, very little. It's mostly the ailments and the stats on the Blowfish and the Pink Robin, which are actually increasing a bit since we're getting some scaling from the Sea Cucumber ailment. So yeah, rolling for Mushroom, we get the Mushroom, and we also get level 3 Sea Cucumber. So although this team is extremely limited, this is probably the best I could have hoped for. I guess we could also have, double Anubis or something like that, but even then, you're only having a couple of extra snipes from the Blowfish. You really do need the ailment for this to have any chance. And this is one of the most satisfying rounds I've had in recent memory. Triple Behemoth on turn 14 with the Coconut as well. And we end up taking them down with the Pink Robin Leech team. I actually clipped that and sent that to Rev privately because it was so satisfying to see. So we could put Blueberry on the Sea Cucumber. I think actually, I did try that a few times, and I think if you put Blueberry on the Sea Cucumber, then all of the tasty ailments are guaranteed to buff the Sea Cucumber. So it seems a little bit counterintuitive. And of course, with this mushroom setup, we do sometimes waste the tasty because it lands on the respawned Pink Robin. But not that big a deal, really. We're just trying to eke out 2 more wins so we can put this combo to bed because it's just that bad. Now we do end up getting a sheep from the Kappa there. Kappa always makes the highlight reels. And it's another win. So actually, despite this combo being so horrendous, we are now on 9 wins. So we're going to take some equipment that's hopefully going to push us over the line. Taking the churros on the Whale is actually very helpful because It's preventing those scenarios where the whale combo gets disrupted, because so few opposing teams are going to take churros anyway. Now we do end up facing poison dart frog here, which is very dangerous. And we could be in some difficulty here, although the dart frog hitting the blowfish twice in a row is actually perfect because, of course, it's not random at all. It's hitting the unit with the highest health. But we managed to knock out their cockatrice there. They spawn a hedgehog from the orca, which isn't going to be good enough to knock out the sea cucumber, and we actually get the achievement as well. So one of the worst teams I've played recently, but hilariously fun when it works out.